For all of you men out there, finding your motivation and staying true on your path can prove to be a very difficult thing. Now, 90% of you men out there probably have some sort of goal, right? Some sort of end result, something you envision yourself doing for the rest of your life. And if you don't have a goal, then get a damn goal. This should be the first thing you should be worried about. And if you don't have a goal, don't worry, I'll help you. So I have a video coming out soon to help all you guys who need help with that. If you need help sooner than that, go ahead and give me a follow on my Instagram page and I will get to you. Just send me a message and I will help you step by step by step. Now, 100% of you men out there definitely know what you want in life, right? You know you want to become rich. You know you want to appear as a higher status towards other people. You know you want to date supermodels and even sleep with them, right? Now, this isn't your fault. The thing is, we are men. We have hormones. We have something called testosterone within our bodies. And this testosterone is what creates a drive, right? It creates a drive for everything we want in life. It's what gives us that want. And it's what gives us a lot of passion in our lives, right? So don't beat yourselves up so much about that type of stuff. You have a drive. You have to understand that it creates a lot of situations in your life. And you just have to accept it. Now, understanding that you have this testosterone, these hormones inside your body that influence different things. It's a good question to ask yourself, is it a good idea to listen to my testosterone, to listen to my hormones, and let it influence me to want to date supermodels, to want to appear in a higher status towards other people, to want to live in a dream penthouse in New York City, or maybe a cabin in the woods? Is it a good idea? Now, I'm going to answer that question in a couple different ways. If you say yes to that question, what's going to end up happening is your heart is going to end up feeling conflicted. It's going to end up feeling unsatisfied. And the reason why is because your heart's pretty smart, right? Your heart's pretty smart. Your heart knows that if you have a motivation with something as shallow as supermodels, wanting to have your dream house, wanting to appear, amazing to others so others can envy you, right? Your heart's gonna know, it's gonna think, is this really all my life is built up towards? Is it really built up towards just trying to live in a higher status, trying to date supermodels? It's gonna end up feeling unfulfilled. And if you feel unfulfilled in your life, you're gonna sway a lot back and forth on your path, right? You're gonna sway a lot and it's gonna cause a lot of, rethinking about certain things, overthinking. And you're not going to feel as confident. You're going to think a lot, sway a lot, and that's not good. As a man, you need to stay true on your purpose. You need to think straight and forward and ahead. As a man, you should always think this way. As human beings, we are organized. And if you're unorganized in your life and your mental thinking, right? If you're unorganized and you're rethinking on a lot of things and you're not as purpose-driven, it's not a good thing. You're going to end up being off your path and it's just not good, right? So what a man's true motivation should be, is a self-love for himself and a self-love for others. What comes first is a self-love for himself, because you can't help anyone else until you're at the best version of yourself, right? You have to be the best version of yourself to help others. So to put this into an example, when you're going to the gym and, let's say you're curling or benching or doing something, instead of having that mindset where you're saying, I'm doing this because I want to appear better to my friends, to everyone I know in life, to people I know when I walk by in the grocery store, to be able to get a chance with that supermodel or girl you want to date, what you should be picturing when you're going to the gym is having that mental picture of yourself in your mind, right? It's going to sound a little narcissistic, but this is how you should be thinking. You got to have that picture of yourself in your mind and say, I'm doing it for that man. I'm doing it for that guy because I love that guy, because I care about him, and because he's the only thing that matters when I'm picking up a skill, improving myself, studying, doing anything, right? You could even have a picture of yourself in your room. You could even have a picture and just look at it every day and say, everything I do today is for him. Whether it be I'm studying, lifting, doing whatever, it's for him and not to appear better to others, not to, have some sort of upper status towards other people, right? You got to have this type of mindset whenever you have goals in life. And if you are the number one motivation, your self-love for yourself is the number one motivation you have in your life, you will always be on the right path. You will always end up in the right place. And the best thing yet is you will always be in a straight line, because your heart and your mind will click together, and everything will go through straight. And as a man, having your self-love for yourself is the best thing you can do for yourself. This way, once it reaches a peak level, once your self-love for yourself is already through the roof, you will be able to better your others. You know what I mean? Not just yourself. You'll be able to better others, and you will be at the best point in your life. So number one motivation, self-love for yourself. Always think about yourself when bettering yourself, and that can translate and help others, right? It's the best thing to do for yourself and the number one motivation for yourself. All right, men, be safe.